clingy student love story. Lena had always been the type who hated being alone. That's why, when she started university in a new city, she immediately sought out a familiar face. That familiar face happened to be Ethan, her childhood friend, and the only person she felt truly comfortable with. When she learned he was living alone in a spacious apartment near campus, she practically begged him to let her move in. At first, Ethan hesitated, but knowing Lena's tendency to feel lonely, he eventually gave in. It wasn't long before he realized just how clingy she could be. She would always wait for him to come home from class, wrap her arms around him in excitement, and insist they eat dinner together every night. It was as if they were an actual couple, except they weren't. Ethan didn't mind though. It was just how Lena had always been. He was used to it. One evening, after a long study session at the library, Ethan finally returned home, looking forward to some peace and quiet. However, as soon as he opened the door, his eyes widened in shock. Sitting comfortably on the couch beside Lena was an unfamiliar guy. "Ethan, you're back!" Lena beamed. "This is Daniel, my new boyfriend." Ethan felt his entire body tense up. A boyfriend since when? His gaze flickered to Daniel, who was grinning at him as if this was the most normal situation in the world. Ethan clenched his fists, feeling a surge of emotions he didn't quite understand. He had never cared about Lena's relationships before, so why was this making his blood boil? "What the hell, Lena?" he snapped. "You bring some guy here without even telling me. This is my house too." Lena blinked in surprise at his outburst. "But Ethan..." "I don't care," he interrupted, his voice harsher than he intended. "Both of you, get out." Daniel's eyes widened. "Dude, you don't have to..." "Out!" Ethan growled, pointing at the door. Lena bit her lip, looking hurt, but she didn't argue. She grabbed her bag and left with Daniel without another word. For the next few days, Ethan found himself restless. The apartment felt eerily empty without Lena constantly clinging to him, nagging him to eat properly, or forcing him to watch cheesy romance dramas. He told himself it was a relief, but deep down, he knew it was a lie. Then, one evening, there was a knock on the door. When he opened it, Lena stood there, her eyes red as if she had been crying. "I broke up with him," she said softly. Ethan's chest tightened. "Why?" She hesitated before stepping forward. "Because I realized something." She took a deep breath. "I was never lonely, Ethan. Not really, I just wanted to be with you." Ethan stared at her, his heart pounding.